Hi there, it's Nikki here and welcome to another video. So this video is all about my first art market of 2025. For a little bit of context, I decided to, as a bit of an experiment this year, sign up to as many makers markets, art markets, craft markets as I possibly could, just to see if it's a viable thing for me to do. So I ended up signing up for, I think it's 13 now, markets in 2025. 12 now, because I've already done one. Yeah, it's quite overwhelming, but I'm quietly hopeful that it'll be worth my time in the end, because when I've done markets before, I've really enjoyed them, or it's quite fun to like talk to people, meet new creators and artists. And yeah, so that's what I decided to do. So this vlog is all about the first market of the year, which was in Bury St Edmunds, and I'd never done this market before, so I was really excited. Spoiler alert, the actual market itself didn't go according to plan, in the sense that it wasn't quite as successful as I might have wanted it to be. So I'm getting that out of the way now so that you're not disappointed when you get there. But yeah, I had a fun time anyway. So I really only started prepping for this market in like the end of February. It was like the last week of February. I'd ordered some new business cards like the week before that, but I really didn't do any like product prep until the week before the actual market itself, which was on the 1st of March. So I had quite a lot of stickers to cut out and quite a lot of greetings cards to print and fold, and also some POS to redo because I sort of changed my pricing a little bit. Luckily, I still had quite a lot of stock left over from the market I did at Christmas time in 2024, because I decided to keep all that stock aside, and when I was getting orders in my shop, I was printing to order rather than taking from that stock, so that made things a little bit easier. And actually I think I'm going to continue doing that throughout the year. I'm just going to, when I make sales on my Etsy shop, depending on how busy I am, when I make sales on my Etsy shop, I'm just going to print those to order, and everything else can just stay so that I don't have to do as much prep before markets. I also had to go to the bank and get more cash for my like change belt. But it's one of those things that you just don't think about, because I take cash and card. So I like think about the card aspect of it, and I'm like, oh, I better make sure that all of the prices are correct in the Square app. I better make sure that the card readers got charged. I better make sure that all of the inventory is correct. I better make sure that all the quantities are correct. But then I'm like, oh, I actually need to have cash, because in the end it was like 60-40 split or something like that between cash and card being the larger. But yeah, a lot of people still pay with cash, especially at these little art markets. And then trying to fit everything into like a medium-sized suitcase, because my boyfriend Colin drove me to the market but didn't stay with me, so everything that I had to be taken from the car to the venue and then stored under the table for the duration of the market. So that was quite interesting, trying to fit everything into a suitcase. I managed everything in the suitcase, and then just a few bulky bits I had to put in like a big bag, which was fine because everything fit under the table. It was totally fine. Also with this market, the pitch fee included a 6-foot table and 2 chairs, so that was pretty good. It meant that I didn't have to worry about bringing table and chairs with me. In fact, I think most of the markets that I'm doing this year have table and chairs provided. There's 1 or 2 that are like where I've literally paid for like I think it's like 3 by 3 meter space, and then I have to bring my own table and chairs, and I think one of them I have to bring a gazebo as well because it's outside. So that's going to be interesting, but I'll figure that out when I get to it. So yeah, so over the course of the week, I ended up getting everything sorted, printing out all the extra bits I needed, fitting everything into the suitcase. I had like a vague idea of how I was going to lay the table out. And yeah, I was super excited to actually go to the market. Colin drove me there in the morning, and it was like weirdly foggy. It was supposed to be really nice weather that day, but it was like really foggy when we were driving, and I was like, oh no, I hope this isn't like an omen for how the day is gonna go. And yeah, I got there set up my table. Really, really liked the way my table was laid out. I think I could display the prints better probably in future, but other than that, I really liked how the table was laid out. I got another one of the metal greetings card displays and that worked really nicely. Apart from I was wearing a crochet cardigan and I kept getting the sleeve caught in the in the wire of the card holder. It was really annoying. Note to self, don't wear a crochet cardigan to the next one. See, I was there, I was all set up, I'd made friends with the lady in the stall next to me and we were all ready. People started milling around and for the first like hour or so it was actually quite busy, although I noticed that a lot of the people that were there were kind of just visiting the people who had stalls. Like they'd kind of turned up to be like, hi, good luck today, see you later. So they weren't really there to buy anything, which is fine. It was funny because it looked really busy, but actually, like, in terms of actual buyers, it wasn't. So I'd taken my sketchbook with me and I was like, I'm just gonna do a bit of drawing while I'm sat here, because I always find like if you're like sat there like staring at people when they walk past, they're like more likely to kind of avoid you, whereas if you're sat doing something else, especially if it's something that's like interesting to look at like drawing, if you're sat doing something else and you just kind of go, oh hi, you alright, and then get back to what you're doing, they're not, like, I feel like it makes you feel more comfortable maybe, I don't know, maybe, that's what I like when I'm looking at markets, so maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it was just so quiet and it was such a shame because it was such a nice venue and the weather outside was actually really nice. It was cold but it was sunny and Bury St Edmunds is beautiful, like it's such a nice town. We were in the centre of Bury St Edmunds but we were kind of like down a street and then down another street, but to be fair, Jasmine, who ran the event, had done everything she could to make sure that it was signposted. Like there was signs from the main road to like the little street that we were on, so it wasn't like it was completely impossible to find. And she'd done loads of work on social media as well. Like, I'm not saying that the organisers of the market didn't do enough, they absolutely did. I think it was just a bit of a, I don't know why the footfall was quiet, but it was very quiet. And also I found that when there were people, they weren't necessarily my demographic. Like there were quite a lot of sort of older people, and I found that my demographic is sort of younger people, like university student up to like 30-year-old, I would say. And I must say that when that demographic came into the market, they all came over to me and were interested in my work, which made me go, I know who my demographic is, which is very nice. And like, from a marketing standpoint, it's always good to know who your demographic is. You know, I'm so grateful, like so grateful for every single sale that I made, because I know that I could have turned up and not made a single sale. I made a few sales. I made back my pitch fee, which is the most important thing, so I didn't lose money necessarily. But yeah, it did feel like a bit of an anticlimax because I'd done quite a lot of work and I was really excited for it, and then it didn't go how I'd planned. And initially I was kind of like annoyed, like Colin was driving me back and I was telling him about it and I was kind of irritated, and then I was like, well, I've got a full-time job, I'm just doing this on the side for a bit of fun, like it's not crucial that I make the money back. And I realise I'm incredibly lucky to be in that position, by the way. And I had a nice sort of day out. I filled 2 pages of my sketchbook, I had a lovely chat with some people, I made friends with some of the other stall holders, I got a really nice cake from one of the stalls, I had a nice coffee, like the vibes were nice, it was a nice day, it was a beautiful venue. So yeah, unfortunate that I didn't make loads of money, which sounds really grotty to say, but I mean ultimately that's why you're there, isn't it, is to make money. But I had a nice time and I would do it again. I mean, I'm doing more of that market again, so I don't really have a choice, but I would, even if I wasn't, I would do it again because it was a nice experience. And there was a point where I wasn't even going to upload this video. Like, I was like, honestly, I was embarrassed. So I didn't want to upload the video. And then I was like, it wouldn't be authentic of me to not upload the video just because I didn't make loads and loads of sales. And also there might be someone else who's like in a similar position that might relate to me and like find comfort in this video. So yeah, decided to upload it anyway. So that's it. That was my experience of my first market of 2025. It was a little bit of a disappointment, but ultimately still feeling positive about it. I've got 12 more to go. The next one is on the 5th of April and it's in Sudbury, so I'm very excited because I've been to Sudbury but not like into like proper Sudbury before, so I'm excited to see a new place. But yeah, I'm going to try and vlog it again so we can compare and contrast. So that's that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it interesting. Give me a little thumbs up if you liked it. Give me a little thumbs up even if you didn't like it. Be nice. If you like the look of anything in this video, everything that I'm selling here can be found in my Etsy shop. I'll leave the link down below. You can also give me a cheeky follow on all of the social medias, which will also be down below if you fancy. Mash that subscribe button if you're not already one of my lovely subscribers. And yeah, thanks again for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!